make your day on Two Honks, and Kevin. It's sports and life and family too. Let's all listen to Two Honks and a Kevin. Yeah! I just crapped my pants.
All right. So today's date is December 16th. It is, and we're live. We're actually on, should be on Facebook currently, Twitch.
Let me go check.
YouTube. That's probably Kevin. We are.
He's back.
So,
Oh, I see us.
so we've been messing with the audio settings with Restream for about an hour now. We've just decided just to kind of go with it, having a little bit of struggles with it, but this is kind of just what we're going to have to do to learn in terms of getting this all done. I'll turn up my audio there. So I think if you are watching us on Facebook and see, there might be a link on there that you can probably click on and chat with us. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but that's something we're going to kind of try to mess with. And if you are with us, I'll see how it goes. We'll have to continue to mess with it. If it doesn't work this go around, that'll be fine. But I guess the end result will be when a show starts, we'll issue out a link, and then through the link you can it'll send you kind of to a live stream / chat room where you can talk, tell us how bad we are, how crappy the audio is.
Yeah, we're trying to get some fan interactions over here,
fan interaction, just kind of see what's going on. So, and he's like, we had one viewer, that must have been Kevin or Blake.
It was me.
Okay.
There you go.
I wanted us to feel special.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
I shared it to my page.
Okay, yeah, I think it had been a couple weeks since we were live on Facebook, just because there was some weird integration issue with OBS and Restream that wasn't working. So I had to basically there's like a key you have to put into OBS for it to connect to Restream, and then if that doesn't work right, then the feed just doesn't go live. So a little bit don't want to get too technical there, but yeah. So I guess so. What's going on?
Not much. We just literally spent an hour of me trying 13 different things to try to get this to work. So I'm hoping that it's working so Blake doesn't flip out.
Hey, I ain't flipping out, dude. I'm just trying to have a conversation. I did have a moment where I was, very deep in thought, trying to figure out what was going on. I had so many crazy noises going through my headphone. I was like, I'm gonna jump out this window if this doesn't stop.
It sounded like we were in a scary movie for a little bit.
Yeah. At one point, we had 2 images of Kevin up, and I about changed the name of our podcast to Two Honks and Two Kevins.
Double down.
Yeah, we also got to hear Amy yell at Kevin again, which is always the highlight of our week.
That was a rough one. It's like, he just trying to get some earbuds. What were you getting yelled at for?
Right, and she probably put them up somewhere, right? So
did you ask her where they were, and that's what the yelling happened?
Absolutely. I don't know where you put yourself at. And of course, the ones that are handy aren't charged. So that's what I started with first, was my Clips ones, and then I found my Apple ones.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you got your Apple ones on now.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder if those work with the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
No wonder.
Hey, Richard, you made a comment earlier about how Kevin should have headphones that come with your phone or whatever. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
So I finally I know we kind of talked about me possibly getting Ella a phone. So I went to Verizon the other day, and they were actually giving away free phones, which
nice.
So basically what it is it's the iPhone 8 with all the iPhone 11 capabilities. So it's basically just the iPhone 8 casing.
Upgraded. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess Samsung has one and Droid does as well. That's kind of like that. It's better for older people or even kids. It still has all the capabilities, but
Yeah.
not as many bells and whistles.
Mhm.
But yeah, it came with no charger. Yeah, like I had to like I had to buy everything. I was just like,
What?
what's up with that? But Apple does that. Anytime Apple brings out something new, they like to change the charger, which just makes you buy more of their stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I was reading the news about that the other day, and I guess a bunch of the European countries are suing over that because they said it's a vital function of the phone to charge it, and that you
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't
yeah,
use the phone without it being charged, and so to sell it without a charger is basically making it useless.
yeah.
But wouldn't that be like the same as saying batteries not included? Like with when you get a toy?
Yeah, I get it,
Uh,
but the thing is Apple has proprietary stuff, so you
Hmm.
can't really get away. Like you could buy anything you want in terms of batteries. Like there's a dozen battery makers out there. But
Hmm.
I do see your point. Um,
yeah,
point to that.
I do, but it's different. It's like it's a cell phone. Like, come on,
You're already
guys. Like,
paying $1,000 for it. Like
yeah,
Yeah,
if I
absolutely. It should come in the
buy
price.
if I buy $1,000 piece of equipment and it says batteries not included, I it's just like, what are you doing to me here?
Yeah.
yeah,
When you buy
yeah,
a car, it has a battery.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah. You like to think, anyways.
And you have to buy the
Yeah.
gas tank separate,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Gas
want to
tank
drive
sold
it.
separately.
right? Um,
So
Go ahead.
you're into IT, Richard. Do you see anything like in the future or like rumblings of maybe with cell phones or anything else that's going to change? Like, do you see I guess a new, I don't know what the question I guess I'm looking for, but do you see a big change in cell phones or anything like that anytime soon, or do you just think it's just every year they just keep on improving it a little bit?
I think that's the essential thing. I'm seeing more and more things being handed over to the watch. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
every time I see a new commercial for Apple Watches, it's you can now stream your Spotify music from these watches. You can
Mm-hmm.
take phone calls. You can talk into it and answer text messages. You can do all these kinds of things.
You don't even have to be by your phone anymore with the new
Yeah.
watches. Like the
You just
phone
have to
can
have a
be,
data plan. Yeah, and then
yeah,
you Bluetooth connect your earbuds to it, and you
Hmm.
know pretty much will
that's
everything.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be. I almost kind of see the watch as kind of being the thing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of it's hard to say because we're so fixated with our screens, and you almost need them anyways to do certain tasks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily see the phones going away 100%, but I do definitely see watches taking more and more. Away.
I wonder if the watches will help productivity as far as like, it's easy. I'm sure if you get a notification on your watch, my wife has one, I don't, but you can answer the text or whatever. But if you're on your phone, it's easy to answer the text and then stumble upon some
Right.
type of other
Something else.
app.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next thing you know, it's 20 minutes later, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to be fixing dinner or whatever," So that'd be kind of interesting to see if that's changed at all.
Yeah, being in IT, well, when I did like help desk and desk work where I was out and about, it was
Mhm.
nice having a watch on because whenever I got a email or a text message, it would show up, and I would just kind of look down and see if it was important or not, and if not, I'd
Right.
keep going. Uh,
Yeah.
or if it was, and say I was like walking down the hallway and I got a text or a message from somebody like right down the hall, I can just zip over there real quick and help. Uh,
Right.
and I think I seen in the commercial they talk about how now the watches can check your skin temperature. Um, it can check your heart rate.
And our first comment, Kevin, is this? I'm assuming this is KPZ. So you guys saw the comment too, right?
Nah.
How do I see it on Facebook? I just got a private chat. It says, Blake, you have a booger in your nose.
Kevin or
I think it's KPZ,
okay,
my cousin.
okay. Why
Yeah.
do you have a
Nah, that was
boogery?
me, player.
Oh, that was you.
Oh, it was? Oh, I thought, okay. I just saw the K pop up, so I wasn't sure. clowning on me, bro. My bad. What were you saying, Richard?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying it's amazing nowadays with the watches where they can tell your body temperature and check your heart
Yes.
for you and all kinds of things. You know,
Well,
my bed now can tell me what my heart rate was overnight.
Yeah, it's
dang.
crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm sure all that is helpful. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm one of those guys where it's like, okay, even if my watch was telling me what my heart rate was, like I don't know if I would like really, know if I needed to slow down or speed up or whatever. It's like I don't know how much I'd listen to it, but I did just get some blood work done. I've been kind of meaning to talk to you guys about this. Like we're at that age where it's just like you really got to start like kind of paying attention to what you're eating closer and,
Taking care of yourself.
exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, my cholesterol was high, which I guess I was a little shocked because I feel like I eat somewhat healthy. Granted, I eat eggs every morning. So that's, it's high in, I guess that's high cholesterol, but it also runs in my family. Like my mom's on a couple different medicines for her high cholesterol. So, it does run in the family, but still it kind of made me think like, man, like, I kind of thought I was eating all right, but then you start really paying attention to like what you put in your body and you're like, well, I do eat a lot of French fries and I do like Chick-fil-A a lot. And, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there's like I hear it on podcasts a lot. I think it's called the Whoop. Is that right? Whoop. I think it's called the Whoop. It's like it's like a bracelet type thing, but it, kind of like what the watch is doing. It shows it tells you everything, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean,
I read an article in a science magazine where they talk about how when an astronaut goes into space, they swallow some sort of microchip with medication in it, and the microchip can tell when you're getting sick, and it can release the medicine for you.
Wow.
Really? Mm-hmm.
See, this is the. Go ahead, Kevin.
All right, they do that microchip, right? Do they take it out when they land, or what? Because this kind of feeds into.
From what I understand, I don't know how it works. I assumed it was a pill you swallow, but I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's something they put in your skin somewhere. So I would imagine they take it out once you land. But these guys are in space for a long time, and they can't really afford to be sick. Up there because there's no doctors or anything. So I would think that having some sort of preventative measure like that is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, and that kind of spins off to like everybody's having theories with this COVID vaccine that they put this vaccine in you and there's a microchip in it, and the government's going to use it to track you, almost kind of like that Songbird movie a little bit. So
I heard rumblings of that earlier this week. Is there? I mean, where is that coming from? I mean, why do people think it's? I mean, we're already being tracked. Like we all self. If somebody needs to find me, they can find me. So Richard, you may know more about that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just people that just don't want to take it and are against it, that are very conspiracy theorists. It's why do people think we didn't land on the moon, and why do people think I don't know, why do people think the way that they think? I don't know. I just think it's people. And it's like you said, we have cell phones, and you can't walk out the door without a Ring doorbell now picking up where you're walking.
Right.
I mean, Amazon now has it so that if you buy like a Ring or an Amazon product from them, they'll talk to each other now. Like even if it's not yours, like my Ring will talk to the Ring down the road. Like they're all interconnected.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they even have their own messaging service on the app and stuff. That's what makes it crazy.
Yeah, there's that community app thing they have on Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just scratching the surface when it comes to all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when it comes to home security and all that. I mean, I mean, it's already like that now where it's just we don't have it. We don't have these features, but where it's like if someone comes to your doorstep, you immediately have it on your phone, and you can look at them, you can see what they're doing, you can talk to them. I mean, it's just it is pretty wild. So you were mentioning that medicine or whatever, the pill that the astronauts could take. Um, why couldn't just any of us take that to where it's like, if your body starts getting a cold, it immediately releases, you know what I'm saying?
That was kind of what I was alluding to. Was like I can almost see in the future that happening, but a lot of the products we use today, were made by NASA. Like they're the ones that make a lot of the. You can probably pull up a website and find a list of things that were created by NASA, and this is just one of them that they've used, and maybe one of those things that the FAA or whatever, may not necessarily approve of it for public consumption.
Well, I mean, I know it sounds bad, but there's got to. I kind of want to say like if we keep finding ways to keep us alive, like is that a good thing? You know what I'm saying? Like I know that sounds bad, but like will we not become just so overpopulated if like I guess, if you can take something that keeps you from getting sick, which in return keeps you from getting other people sick. I mean, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's good for everybody. But then again, we've got 500 million people out there that are afraid to get a vaccine right now, for COVID. So it's like, it kind of goes, hand in hand, I guess.
I think it's one of those things that I think I'm one of those people that feel like nature will find a way.
Right.
Like something else will kind of come about to find a way to kill us. It's like how they say, like if you use antibacterial soap, like the germs will learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that I think that's why they say there's like some sort of a super germ in a lot of hospitals because they constantly use that antibacterial stuff. There's some sort of super germ in a lot of hospitals that you can get because of that. So I'm not sure what it's called, but I just remember hearing about it and that they have to be super careful about it.
Yeah. We just had somebody that we know pass away, got COVID. Basically, this dude probably watched me grow up. I mean, he's just been in my life forever. He's gone to the same church as us, and I think it's probably been about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He got sick, got COVID, got in the hospital, and didn't make it. And honestly, man, the saddest part and the part that just pisses me off the most, he literally put on Facebook for people to pray for, to pray, something to do with his oxygen level, but it was almost like a plea for them to tell the hospital. And the main issue is that his wife couldn't be in the room with him. And like all I could think about is that like a month ago, this dude was somewhat healthy. Now he's dead, and his wife wasn't even allowed to be in the room with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's on there. It was literally December 6th. I saw the post today. It's like he said something like, "All my praying friends, please pray. I need them to go from 92 to 96 or something like that." He may have been out of it kind of when he was the text was, or the message was a little broken up, but like just the whole fact that like he had to be in that room like by himself, like it broke my heart. Like just the thought of that, it's, no different than if one of us are sick, like our significant others is not even allowed to be in the room with us. It's just, I don't know, man, that's a tough space to be. But
yeah, no one wants to have the thought of dying alone. That's a terrible thought.
Oh, it's just, that's, me with my take on a lot of this throughout these months, but it's like, if my wife is in that hospital, I'm busting down the door. It's like, you're not like, let me put myself in danger. I got to see my wife. I got to say bye. Right. Like I feel so, I feel sorry for him for being so alone. I feel so sorry for his wife, his kids. Like God, dude, it just seems so wrong. It's just crazy, man. So crazy.
I've heard a lot of instances where if the hospital knows that it's your time, they're letting the spouses go in. I've heard a lot of news stories where they basically will make the significant other like wear the protective gear,
Mm-hmm.
be with them during their final
Mm.
hours or whatever. But yeah, the thought of that is horrifying.
Mm.
But the thing is this isn't. I don't know how different this is from flu season. Because have you guys ever been to a hospital at flu season?
No, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had both my kids during flu season, and they will not let anybody in those rooms unless.
Right.
I mean, they are very even during flu season. They're extremely strict. So I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I
Yeah,
obviously get it.
yeah. I mean, it's just part of like what did they call it? The Hippocratic Oath? Is that what it is? Where a doctor swears that they will do whatever they can to protect others, and that's
Right.
part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just tough, man. It's just,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it just put in reality once again, like how this life is just so fragile, man. Like it's just, I mean, not to say anything negative about, the guy that passed away, but, he was out of shape and probably wasn't in the best of health. So once again, that doesn't, that's obviously been the common thing that we've heard throughout this, that it does affect those that are, not in the best of conditions or whatever. But still, it's just crazy that like you're just here, you're enjoying your life, you're doing whatever you're doing, and then, oh my God, I'm sick. And then, oh, I'm dead. I'm gone. See you guys.
All of a sudden,
Like, peace
yeah.
out. It's just crazy. It's just such a crazy concept, man.
Well, what about the story about that basketball player that fell face first on the court, and they're saying it was probably from COVID, like he had
Really?
COVID a month or two ago, and they think it's that thing that where you get some sort of a heart thing after having COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that that's what it was.
Yeah.
And he
With- I think he's doing better. I saw something where he was FaceTiming his family and his teammates. But yeah, I mean that dude face planted. I mean, you talk about face planting, like he just straight passed out, boom, right in the middle of the court. Like it's
scary.
It's just so crazy, man. It's just so. I mean, and it can happen to any of us. Like that's the thing. Like you always hear it about somebody else. And you're like, oh, that's probably not going to happen to me. But I know it's a dark, sad subject, but I mean, it really can,
Yeah.
So,
Well, those things where like you mentioned that he was unhealthy. Well, here's a situation of a dude, young, athlete. Hopefully he makes it through, and he probably will. But still,
yeah. And he's
and it's kind of like what Richard said. Like we're at the point now that everybody knows somebody that COVID has affected, and we're starting to know people that are starting to pass away from it, right? So it's like it's that close to
Yeah.
So everybody has to keep that in mind.
It's like every day I wake up and I swallow. I'm like, does my throat hurt? Like, does my throat hurt? Am I coughing?
Can I
like,
breathe for 10 seconds? Can I hold my breath for 10 seconds straight?
Yeah. I definitely might.
I haven't left the house since Saturday. Like I don't.
Dude, see, that's a whole nother problem. I would lose my mind. I'm here for 4 hours in the evening. I'm like, I gotta do something, man. I gotta get out of this house. I gotta go to the store. Like I'm just, it's not that I don't like being home. I like to get out and do stuff, man.
Right.
You probably love it though, right? Is it kind of fit you?
I love it. It's like an introvert's dream. Not the COVID part, but I have to stay home to protect others. Like I'm a real superhero.
No wonder you always have that shirt unbuttoned with your collar jacked up, like I made fun of you for the other day. And you're a superhero.
That's right. I'm a superhero.
Richard sent me a picture because he was having to do a headshot the other day, and I'm like, button up your shirt, fix your collar. Like, come on. He was like, nope, I gotta show you what'd you have, like Captain America on or something?
So it was America.
America. Your captain. Yep.
I like it because I got that good in between. Like I can come home and chill, but then I got work and I can socialize there, right? So
yeah,
that's how I kind of take it as.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy my wife watches one of their kids, and he's been working from home since March. And I asked him if he liked it. And, he said he was used to it, but he said a lot of the old heads in the office, they can't stand it because they're so used to the mingling, just the team, I guess, just the camaraderie of everything. So it's actually set up to where some of the older people are actually working in the office, which is kind of backwards because they're the ones that are, according to the studies, I guess, supposed to be at home. But still, it's still just kind of like an interesting dynamic where it's like people are like, no, like I don't want to be behind the screen. I want to talk to you. I want to be in front of you. I want to, So yeah, like, I can't even imagine doing my job from home the whole time. I don't even see how it would work. But
Right.
So yeah.
I like it. I think it's fine. I don't mind it so much. I do, the podcast every week. I hop on Xbox and talk to my friends. I still socialize. I, play D&D with my friends for a couple hours every week. Like it's, the socializing is still there for me. I just don't have to go outside when it snows now.
Dude,
now you got
that's the best part.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best part. This weather stinks. Do you have the those virtual reality goggles? Is it Quest or something like that?
Oculus,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
What,
No.
from Google?
Facebook does it.
Oh,
Facebook.
there it is. Yeah, it is. My bad.
Yeah. I had the PlayStation ones because those were like pretty cheap and they're like $300, and it made me super sick to my stomach, so I can't do it.
Yeah. Like my cousin has one, and I've tried it, and I thought about getting it for the kids, but I don't know. Like I could see it kind of getting old. I almost felt like it was just it's like a toy, like you just show off when people come over. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
right. It's not like a real game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I would really get invested with quite yet. I mean, it's certainly okay, but it's just I don't know. And they say if you're under a certain age, it can do weird stuff to your brain.
Really? Well, it's so real. I mean, so real. It's crazy real. Where you're literally doing all the movements, and it's. I mean, I'm amazed by it because I don't really do video games. So when I do something like that, I'm just like, holy crap! Like this is a whole new world, man. It is pretty wild.
Well, you can use those VR things now to watch. I think they had NBA courtside games. You can basically sit courtside using the VR goggles. Now WWE, you basically sit on the ring corner, and you can see everything. And they have special effects for it. It seems to be pretty interesting.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But see that, and that's just gonna. I mean, if you can sit front row, what's the point of going to the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which fits in perfect for today's game.
Yeah,
I mean, no one can go to the game anyways,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually done that before. I think last year I did a couple NCAA college basketball games, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I know Mark Cuban with basketball, he invested a bunch of money for us to have all this high tech stuff at Assembly Hall. So, but I haven't experienced any of it yet.
Is he a IU grad, Mark Cuban?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He's killing it. I just heard him on Bill Simmons the other day. It was good. Did you listen to that one, Kevin? What had Mark Cuban on?
Nope. Not yet.
Yeah. It was pretty good. He's the man. I like Mark. My wife and I actually met him. He was really nice. We when I did that when the Super Bowl was here, I had an opportunity. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but
when you met
I can't remember if I talked. Yeah. So it's a long story, but there was a guy from California who I'm still cool with. He worked for a company, and they needed pictures of the Beach Bowl, and not of the game. It was really just of the athletes and actors or whoever else that were in it would go in the back, and they'd get all this free product. And I just had to take pictures of the celebrities basically with the product. So I saw Joe Montana, Deion Sanders, Snoop Dogg, Aaron Andrews, Kate Upton. There was all time. It was pretty. It was a really pretty. It's like the best weekend of my life. But anyway, so we saw Mark Cuban there, but he's a pretty nice guy. So, Richard's texting us. What's happening?
Kevin, you look like you're fishing for some honeys with the way like your camera's like up.
You like that profile right there? Yeah.
You
My
heard
wife
it?
yells at me. Can you help me?
Yeah. You're trying to find a new honey.
Don't get me yelled at again.
We didn't do anything the first time to get you yelled at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was your fault. You asked her a question.
What was
Yeah.
she doing? What was she doing that made her so mad that you interrupted?
She was watching her TV show.
Was she
Like,
watching?
and I was going through like the climax part of the show too, so I will say that. Like, I just jumped in front of the TV. I can't believe you guys heard that from all the way.
Oh
It's like
my God,
That's
dude.
like 3 rooms away.
We could hear her better than we can hear you most of the time.
That's awesome.
Oh. Well, you guys got all your Christmas shopping done or what? It's
not
next
for me.
week, right? Is it next week? Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Um,
My wife and I got on my laptop and put Amazon on the big screen TV, and my wife and I did all of our Christmas shopping when the kids were in bed, and ordered it all last night, and it's on its way. Should be here by Friday.
That's how easy it is, man.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not
crazy.
going away either. Like, my company is anticipating that this is the bar. We have to be above the bar. Like, every year it gets bigger. This is the biggest, and it's gonna stay here. Like, people online shopping is not going anywhere. Now people are more comfortable because of the COVID situation, right?
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. It's just
No.
up,
I mean,
up.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like this for the last few years, but I mean, this year it's just
Exponential
Yeah.
jump this year, probably.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
year, Blake, we probably hopped over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And growth. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the only thing. But yeah, we actually got our stuff done in November because I just warned my wife. I was like, hey, we gotta get this stuff done or it's not gonna get done, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. And now we
But
got the Northeast Coast getting tore up by snow. The West Coast, same thing. So mail and parcel is gonna be slow in our area for a little bit.
Dude.
And we'll get it all slammed at the end.
Yeah.
They say East Coast getting like 2 feet of snow in some places. Like
Yeah.
they're saying this snowfall, it like beats their total snowfall last year, like in totality. So this
Yeah.
just one.
Where's this
Did
hitting?
you
The East Coast, like New York,
Yeah,
New York.
Really?
area.
Northeast? Could you imagine like, and they get it like almost every year, like anticipating for 2 feet of snow. Like, what do you do with that? And like I've heard, like if you go to like Wisconsin and Green Bay, like they're just equipped with it and they're just used to it. But it's just like I would go out there and be like, all right, what now? You know? Can you
Right.
imagine
Yeah.
seeing 2 feet of snow?
I know. Yeah, that's the last thing anybody needs. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Look who it is.
What's up, boys?
Oh, no
Hey, did you
feedback.
Oh, man, he figured it out quick.
He
Hey,
figured
Kevin, be like him.
Yeah.
Kevin, be like
Hey,
Jared.
he probably went through all the messages before and it's like and learned from all my mistakes. What up, Jay?
He read the blueprint.
I got it. What's
Hey,
going on,
Jared,
boys? How we-
Uh-oh. You got a little break up there. Hey, did you listen to last week's podcast?
I listened to part of it. Like I started it and then I paused it and then I came back to it. So I didn't finish it though.
That's fine.
At least we get one
Nothing. I
listen.
just wanted to. I didn't know if you heard us talking about the dog situation.
Oh no, I didn't. No.
Okay.
On it. We got a little thing here. The animal.
Oh,
Oh,
Little
They
okay.
play.
what is it?
Ah,
Paw
okay.
print?
Paw print.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
paw print. So we just got that back tonight. It was 1 week ago tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
So how's how are the kids, man? How's the family dealing with it?
uh, pretty good. It's mostly my oldest. I mean, she's good. We went to go pick it up tonight, and there was a little like tack board while we were waiting for him to go get it, and it said lost animal like support group. And I said,
Aw.
I go, you want to go and talk, talk with other people? And she's like, no, I don't want to go talk to anybody. I'm good. I was like,
You know-
okay, she's my daughter.
Yeah. But it's interesting though, because like I feel like when we were kids, like that wasn't even an option, right?
No,
Like we have like there's all these
Right.
like I remember you I think you said like she took a mental health day off of work or off of school.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I didn't get no mental health days. You know.
You can get a mental health whooping. That's what you can get, a mental health whooping. Are you school?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
now kids out of school, they're asking 100 questions.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, of course.
So why are they not coming in? And I go, well,
Yeah.
and, I have to explain the story to the nerd or the secretary at the school. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, she's good though. I mean, we haven't really talked too much about it. And me and Megan have talked about, looking at some sort of counseling, just some different options that are available through our health insurance and our insurance provider to, give her a space because, I look at it like this. We didn't have that as kids. Like we didn't know how to deal with stuff. We were just like, rub some dirt on it and, go back to school.
Yeah.
And, and now it's like, it's probably good to learn that as an 11-year-old, how to deal with your feelings and how to, like go through the grief cycle, and understand your feelings and realize that they're not some foreign thing or something you need to suppress until till you're a teenager or older. So yeah.
That's kind of what we were talking about last week on the podcast. How like that's it's just such a dramatic for an 11-year-old. That is just such a dramatic thing to have to see to see your puppy get ran over, man. Like, and it couldn't. We were cracking some jokes, but last week when I was like, it couldn't be a Prius. It had to be like a dump truck or with a trailer. It's like.
Well, and I mean, and even part of the story, I didn't even tell you guys, like, so like, he had kind of became my dog because I started working from home. I heard you guys talking about working from home earlier. Since I'd started being at home a lot, he basically became my dog. He wanted to be around me every second when I would leave. And he would stay here. He would run up to the window right behind me or the other window in this room, and he would just stare out of the window and whine and moan at me and text me and go, "This dog just loves you," and he would sit underneath my chair right underneath here while I would work all day. He wanted everything, and so even for me, like it's difficult because like. I replay the whole situation of everything that happened, of, when he got off his leash, because he was outside on his tie off. We have a lead, dug into the ground, and the kids were out back playing, and he was trying to get at him, and the little clip just snapped from the pressure he was putting on it, and he got off. He took off. When we first got him, it used to happen 2 to 3 times a day.
So this dog just loves to run.
He just loves to run. Like we have this grassy area in the back of our back of our yard where like it's a common area in the neighborhood, and the dog would literally run circles like this
and kids would just chase him. And I mean, he just got the greatest
Just full
joy.
of energy.
Yeah, just full of energy. So like it was not anything for him to get off his leash. So like it wasn't that crazy. And there was only one other time when he got out and my wife chased him, and he got close to, or he went across a busy road, not the same road that he got hit on, but yeah, so he got off. And so I just started making dinner. So I was just like, okay, after my kids didn't come back after about 5 minutes or so, and I could see them getting a little bit further because I could see where they ran outside of our window. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get in the car and, you know, yell at him, and he'll usually jumps in the car once he sees me. So I was like, okay, he got his energy out. So I drove that direction, and I picked up my son, and you know, and they were like, oh, they went over this way, and he kind of like pointed towards the entrance of our neighborhood. And so instead of driving to the spot at the entrance of the neighborhood where it happened, I kind of drove around to like a little cul-de-sac just on the other side. And then then they saw him, they ran up the hill, saw him, jumped back in the car, we drove around, and then I was about 15 seconds late. And so like I played in my head, like, what if I would have gone that way? What could I have done? I could have prevented it, possibly, maybe not, who knows? But where I was going with that story was, you know, it gets on our Facebook neighborhood page. I don't know if you guys have one of those for your neighborhood, but a whole bunch of people posted about it. And anyway, it got back to the owner of the landscaping company of the truck pulling the trailer that
really
hit him. And one of the guys in the neighborhood messaged me on Facebook and said, hey, I watched it happen, and the dog ran, you know, from where he ran out in the street. My daughter was about 10 or 15 feet off the road. She said he ran and bolted, and it's like during school hours, it's like 25-mile-an-hour speed zone, but you know, it was at like 5:30, so it wasn't school zone speed limit. I think it's like 35 or 40, and he was going about that speed. And they said, had he put his brakes on, who knows, that trailer could have jackknifed and possibly injured, you know,
multiple people
on the side of the road. So, you know, bad thing he didn't stop. But then the next morning, the I guess word had gotten to the lady who is like the manager of the landscaping company, and she messaged me and, you know, apologized and told me that he came and told me it happened. So like, I feel bad for all involved.
It's obviously an accident, but
So yeah,
it's just a
hunt for the next dog begins, I guess.
So is that what you guys are gonna do? You guys gonna get another one?
I'm literally on the I can't see it real well, but it's
the
encounter.
Are you trying to get it in before Christmas?
No, I don't know. We're just kind of trying
to put the puppy in the box and open it up.
I don't know about all that.
Come on, man. I feel like you have to.
Well, yeah, it probably wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah,
it kind of became an easy Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say that dog had a pretty rough life, bro. I mean, the first day you brought it home, it got its eye ripped out by a cat. I mean, come on. You know what? Tell you what, Jared. Let's just not get a dog, okay? Let's look at some cats. No one cries when a cat dies. Let's look at some cats.
Oh my god!
Just kidding.
No one cries.
yeah, but they do make documentaries about it. Don't F with cats.
Yeah.
My wife just came downstairs as she's watching Lost Stairs, and she goes, "We're not getting a dog right now. Don't you be talking crazy."
Come on, Megan. I text her too. I was like, hey, I feel cause that's what we were joking about last week on the podcast. How we all deal with such things. You know, I was like Richard just put ouch, and you know, Kevin put oh dang or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad. Like I feel so sorry for your daughter.
Wait.
You know, like but
I ended up thanking Blake because I was like, man, thank you for being compassionate because I don't know what to say in those moments. So shout out to Blake for sending you guys a kind message.
Well,
No, dude.
I'm usually that person too, like the non-compassionate, no feelings, but like I guess it hit. I mean, you know, it hits a lot different when it
It's your
happens
child, yeah.
with your
Yeah.
kid, and
Yeah.
like he's out there.
It all changes when you're a parent, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't just hurt for yourself, you hurt for them.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
but
Well,
bounce stronger,
at least
better.
that dog's in a better place.
Absolutely.
That's the best compassion that you get from people. Well, at least he's in a better place. It's like, yeah, well, I'd rather be petting him right now. So
Yeah. Where he went, he probably has two eyes though now.
This is true.
yeah. He's like, Jesus was like, boom, you're healed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dog. There you go.
Yeah.
Kevin, are you drinking strawberry natty ice?
Hey, hold on. Don't knock this. Blake, testify. Testify. Ooh, I couldn't wait for this one. I forgot about this too.
Yeah. So I had guys over to watch fights Saturday night, and my boy Robbie Holt, which Jordan knows Robbie as well, he comes in, he has his cooler, pops his cooler open, and drops a big strawberry lemonade natty ice, and I go, oh my gosh. I go, we were clowning on Kevin for drinking these. And then Kevin walked in, he saw it on the table. He's like, see, they're good. So it was pretty funny. I ended up having one. They were good, but I couldn't drink more than one, man. It was too sweet for me or something. But
well, I had it was like a strawberry Rita, like one of those tall boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was, a foo-foo drink or, whatever, probably the same thing with that. I drank that. I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it Saturday. A lot of those seltzer drinks that are out there now, like they look like girl drinks, but man, like every guy I know drinks them and loves them and doesn't care,
Well,
they're low carb.
You're talking about like white seltzer stuff?
Yeah. White Claw. I bought the Corona ones. Like Corona came out with one. So yeah, there's all types, but it's like
Truly too, yeah.
Yep, Truly. But I think they're a lot better for you as well. Like it doesn't have as many calories and whatnot in it, but
lower alcohol.
This is
better one's a High Noon, I think.
High Noon. Yep. I've heard of that one too. Yeah, but so yeah.
Right. Let's start off with this draft thing we got going on here. We got about 10 minutes left of the show, so we went ahead and saved it for the end of the show. So
because we had technical difficulties, man.
Engage those listeners.
Is this how he does it in this rusty IU hat?
Hey man, this hat is the bomb. It's old. I love this hat.
Hold on. That hat cannot be lucky though, so don't take my name out of that.
Well, then you won't get a pick. All right. So for those of you that don't know, fantasy basketball is upon us, and we are four men that love fantasy basketball. I will say, Richard, man, he had a 2 years ago you were like god awful, and then like he figured out how to play or something, and he was killing it last year. What'd you say?
Said I did all right. I went on like a 9-game winning streak to start off, and then I think I lost a couple before COVID.
Yeah. I'm real curious to see what you were going to do in the playoffs, though. So yeah, last year we didn't get to finish our playoffs. So I guess in all reality,
I'm writing these down for you as you.
Okay, my man. All right, so we're going to do. Yeah, so we were talking about it today that we'll do it live on the podcast, so everybody in my league has to watch it, has to watch this. So here we go. You ready? All right, we're going to start with the 10th pick, okay? So the 10th pick, 2021, NBA Fantasy, goes to. Sorry, Kevin.
Man, I told you, man, it was that hat, dude. Bro
It
hat.
was-
Shouldn't it be the other way?
Do what? What'd you
Shouldn't
say?
it be the other way? First pick, then second, or is it?
I
They've
want-
always done it 10th.
No, I like, it makes it more. Hey, man, you get back-to-back picks though, and in this
Man,
year's
not a
draft,
that's not a Black Lives Matter pick right there, though.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. All right, I'll put it back in. I forgot. I forgot what year it was. I forgot what year it was. All right, 10th
With that,
goes
I
to
like
Kevin. All right, 9th pick goes to
A frozen stream.
Frozen Stream. Chris Jones, my boy.
Jones, who?
Chris Jones, Louisiana. We got a guy. We got Landon up in Detroit. Or I always say Detroit. I think he's in Lansing, Michigan. Chris in Louisiana. My cousin Derek in Texas, and everyone else is here. So got people all over the place. All right, that was 9, right? 8 goes to Ryan Helton.
Ryan
He's
Hill.
always good. You gotta watch out for Ryan.
Yep.
He's Mr. Gambler. That was
Ooh,
8.
your
Number
guys'
7.
percentages went up.
Number 7 goes to the one and only Blake Derringer. I don't like that pick at all. 7th.
You're screwed with it.
Uh-oh.
Didn't you have it, Kevin?
What's that? Last year?
Did you have first pick last year?
Yeah, I think I did, didn't I?
I think we were
Okay.
1 and 3. I think that's why
Yeah.
everybody was rigged.
Well, there you go. If you were 1 last year, you deserve to get 10.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is 6th, right?
Yep.
6th goes to
All right.
Richard.
There we go.
All right.
Big
Oh,
move.
man. Jared, still in the mix, brother. I mean, we got to do it for the dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it for the dog. I will rig this one for you. I feel so bad. That's how much compassion I have. All right. And the 5th pick goes to the new guy, Landon.
Landon.
Shout out to
Lando.
Landon. He's going to be picking Blake Griffin, pick number 1 for him
Right on.
because he plays for Detroit. All right. Number 4 goes to who could have been the champion because he was on the run, Tyler. Mr. Tyler.
I made it.
Yeah.
in the top
What are we on?
What, hold on. Breathe. Jared, how are you feeling right now?
five.
Oh, crap.
Well,
Hold on. We
you
might have a
might,
problem, guys. Hey, hold on. We have a major problem. We might have to redo this. Because I have two names that are sitting on the floor right now.
Are you
Pick them up and
serious?
put it in.
Yeah.
Put it in.
But that's not fair because they could have got
You
picked.
didn't see him though, right?
That's all right.
Huh? No, just keep going.
It is fair. You dumped him out.
Huh?
still a
Yeah,
draw.
but they weren't even
It's
in
still a draw.
they weren't even in the hat though to be able to get drawn out.
You shook them up and they jumped out.
I guess. Yeah, they were
By
over
the
here
grace of
though.
God.
Okay, so what are we at? Is this 3rd?
This is 3rd pick.
3rd goes to Derek Graves, my
Ooh.
cousin. All right, number 2 goes to
Hold on. Don't we got another Graves in our league?
yeah, Derek Graves and Ryan Graves.
So it's a brother.
So we have 2
versus
left.
Jared. Yeah.
We have 2 left. Second one goes to Ryan Graves.
This
Jared,
is rigged.
do it for the
Really?
dog. Jared, number 1.
Would you like to thank your Lord and Savior?
yeah.
God, my friends, and LeBron.
This awesome way to pick names. This is
I had my IQ hat sitting right here next to me.
nice. This was about as rigged as the presidential debate this year. There's a few ballots. There's a few ballots on the side that didn't get counted.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so funny.
This is Supreme Court right now.
Well, I don't know if I don't know how fair this was, considering a couple were missing, but we're gonna roll with it.
You don't know
In
which
the end,
one?
it doesn't matter.
Oh, did you?
No, I had no idea. It's just the fact that it wasn't in the hat in the beginning to be drawn, but
That's awesome.
it just happened to be one of yours.
Awesome.
I won't.
So there you go, dude. You get the first pick, man. I mean, dude, is it
Right
on.
Giannis?
When's our
Is
draft?
it G-
Monday?
It's Monday.
Yeah.
Monday at 9. So
Go ahead
what's
and
your
pick
first
Harden.
thoughts?
Um,
Giannis, Harden,
not
Luca,
Harden. He looked fat last night.
Steph Curry, dude. Harden. Hey, I mean, seriously,
Harden
that's a guy
looked
that
like
could drop
somebody's
now.
uncle out there. Yeah, he looked like
Yeah.
somebody's uncle out there. He could drop. He could drop to me.
Would you saw this is true. Did you
It
see-
really, he really could.
I'm being for real.
Like,
He could drop
why
me.
are you in Atlanta and Vegas? And he's like, that's where my trainers are. It's like, yeah.
He's
that's where-
partying out, dude.
Yeah, right?
He's partying.
Yeah. He's trying to make it so they just kick him out. To be honest with you, he's just
Yep.
making
Yep.
it difficult for him.
Yep.
He ain't going
You
nowhere.
have to
No,
send,
I
send me
don't know.
that. Send me the draft order, Kevin, when you get a chance.
I will.
Just-
I can send it to the group too.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Right on.
All right, there it is.
I'm on the clock. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
I know who I would take. I know who I would take if I was you.
Jimmy Butler.
Luca
Kevin Johnson from the Phoenix Suns.
or Paul George.